is shining, shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping,
and I'm ready to fly.
Time to get ready, ready
for another day.
No one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play. Oh, every day we learn and play. We do our best, so we'll be great. Oh. You do your best, best,
and I do mine.
So let's get ready, ready. Cause it's about that time. Good morning, you good. Hey, y'all.
Good morning, y'all. Who playing today? Romeo, you playing today?
I was playing last night, but I'm here. I'm here today.
What was you doing
good morning,
last
everybody.
night?
8:03 a.m. You know, last night was 12 a.m.
Oh,
12 a.m. last night.
You know, I'm asleep by 10. Man.
And guess who? And guess who joined in the conversation?
Who?
P to the A to the T.
Pat who?
I saw somebody pop in at 12:45 a.m. to watch.
Somebody wasn't asleep?
I don't know, but it caught me off guard. I don't know if that's the conversation she wanted to hear, but hey, man, shout out.
Did she
shout
stay
out to Pat.
up for it?
She stayed up for it.
Was she commenting?
I think she was in shock towards the end of the conversation, but I will admit though, I do learn a lot. My 12 a.m.s, I do learn a lot about people's choices, preferences, likes and dislikes. It's an interesting conversation, and it's open. So Manny was there last night. Crazy. You got to catch one. You got to catch one.
Good morning, y'all.
Manny Jordan.
It's very interesting.
Portia, I love your hair like that. Here we go. It's only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday.
Y'all so crazy. Good morning, y'all.
Hey, let me ask you this before we get into it. How do you feel about dudes? How would you feel about dudes offering to fly you out and don't know the concept of getting flued out?
So that's always a plus, right? But it just depends on who the guy is. You really, really, really don't want to be just willy-nilly in a COVID environment. Want to get flued out by a stranger. That's number one. Pre-COVID, okay, because as long as you got enough money to get back home, then you should be good. As long as it's in the States, you should be good. Getting flued out to another country, I would be just a little leery of because it's a little more difficult to get back home when you in a different country, especially if you don't have money in your bank account to get your ass back home.
I'm glad you said the key word. Don't be getting flued out if you can't get flied back.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have to make sure that you got enough money to get back home. If you don't have enough money to get back home, you need to make sure you got enough resources, somebody to reach out to.
Come on now.
Amy, I need you to drop that in my account.
Come on now.
Amy, I need you to put this on your credit card. Like somebody needs to know. Then you need copies of driver's licenses because guys lie. Like send me a copy of your driver's license, even though it might be a fake driver's license or something like that. You still need something. You need
Send
license
me
plate.
something.
Picture of the license plate. Like
Jesus Christ. Social security number
I'm old
2. You
school.
need that?
I'm just if they want to give it, yes. I mean, you need
Oh
some
man.
type of something to say. Hey, let me let you know. I ain't the
Jesus,
one.
they always have it. Gene said my mama used to always say have cab fare. I don't think that work
Yes,
in Dubai.
girl.
I think you might.
Right. If
at,
you in
you
Dubai, you in a totally different league, and you need to make sure your round trip is paid for. Don't be going to Dubai on the one way.
hey, at least I know this is gonna sound bad, but at least have some Spirit airline money. At least have that. If you can't
Listen,
afford Delta, at least have some
I
Spirit.
really don't think Spirit fly to Dubai, but I understand what you're saying.
they only go down the street. Oh,
They
good
go to
morning, Shirley
Florida.
Carter.
They go to Florida. Everybody, their mama be in Florida on
You
Spirit for some
stupid.
$20
And they call that international. No, no
and
Spirit.
$100 bag fee. You can go on Spirit if you want to. I'm just saying.
You go on Spirit if
Well,
you want. I
it's
would never.
It's $40 for a I think it's
Everywhere though,
$40 for a
Portia.
carry on, and then it's $40 for a check in too.
Portia, but
Yeah,
it should
Mega
be
Plus.
$40 everywhere. Everywhere, Portia. Everywhere. Spirit
I
don't
think
care.
Spirit. No, I think Spirit has the higher bag fees than everybody else. I think everybody else's bag fees is like $30.
Oh, but
But what I
they
do
flight
is
fee
I
don't
just
change.
carry on. Huh? What'd you say?
They flight fee don't change. It's one flight fee for every city. I'm like, this ain't right. I know this ain't right. It should not cost $100 to go to LA. I know this for a fact. How many stops this
Um,
is?
Listen, I will take that trip to
Let me
LA
stop.
if I could. I just don't want to be on a plane for that long. I don't want to be on a plane for that
Hey,
long.
you heard Manny. Manny said
What
they'll
Manny
land on
say?
the beach and say they'll land on
Call
the
it,
beach and call it
especially
international.
Miami. Especially Miami. Everybody that go to Miami goes to Miami because they can't get a flight internationally.
Oh, let me stop this morning. Good morning, yeah. But yeah, 12 a.m. was dope, man,
You gonna have to
and
tell us
now we
about
up.
it when we get back in detail. We got to
Whew.
go to break now, but I want to know what Pat was talking about at 12 a.m. We'll be
Unless
right
he
back for a
watching.
break, y'all. Remember, y'all gonna tell us all about his show.
Every day.
Millions of people
are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other,
On a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
If doctors, nurses, and grocery store clerks can wear a mask for 10 or 12-hour shifts, you can wear a mask for an hour or less when you go to the store. Do your part. Mask up, America.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Five seconds. 4, 3.
This is just I know we was having fun, but this is just breaking news, and I want to say that this just happened in Atlanta, and parents, I need y'all to be parents. 12-year-old
What
Atlanta boy
happened?
was found shot in 12-year-old Atlanta boy found shot to death and dumped in the woods. David Mack was reported missing at 10:43 last night. He was just found this morning. His grandmother said that he went to a friend's house nearby to play football. The friend said that once he got to the house, he said he had to go somewhere. He told him not to go, but he said that his last words to him, he was like, "No, I have to go." And that was the last time the boy was seen until right now at this moment. I don't know I don't know how you kill a 12-year-old boy, but hey man, hey, y'all gotta learn how to start telling on y'all friends, man. I know this
That's what I'm
sounds
talking
bad,
about.
but hey
No, but
man,
that's real. That's real. Yeah.
you got to if this little boy is over your house and that's where he's supposed to be and he's leaving and you don't go tell your mama that, hey, little Tony is leaving, hey man, y'all gotta start. That's so sad, man. I saw it last night when it popped up on the news that he was missing, but from that till 8:14 this morning, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. But yeah,
So,
shot to
so
death.
his friend knows where he went. So basically, ask his friend where the hell he went, and what was he doing
And
at 12?
say that part again. Who's going to the friend house to play football? Parrot, come on, Parrot. I'm not gonna put that on the parrot, but come on now. There's no way Portia's 14-year-old son at 8 o'clock. Hey, my mom might go to Jeffrey house and play football.
I had to damn near cuss my 17-year-old son out because he was out with his girlfriend on Valentine's Day, and they at their daddy house, so they get a little bit more free reign than they do with my house. So I'm calling him because of course I can track him. I'm like, where you at? On my girlfriend house. Go home. I'm gonna go home later. I don't know who you talking to. I don't know who you talking to, but you better get your ass
Wow.
home.
I'll go home
Okay.
later.
I'll go home later. Who you talking to? You don't get your ass home.
Wow.
And that was at 8 o'clock at night, and he's 17. And people be like, you got too strong of a hold on him. You too strict. He gonna go wild. Listen.
Hey, hey, I'm on Portia's side with this one. Hey, whatever. Yeah, I got a strain on them. You absolutely. Do y'all not see children disappearing, kidnapped, stolen, raped, killed? Like, I don't. You know what's so funny? They don't make parents like you. You're younger than my mom, so like my mom, they don't make those parents no more because these parents, they're like, my mom leaving the house. Okay, have fun. Where you going? Who you with? What time you coming back? And and who all gonna be there? I remember them questions hard. I remember all them questions.
Right, y'all.
That's wild, but prayers to the family though. I'm so
Prayers
sorry
and
to hear that.
condolences to the family. I haven't seen that. Yes, Jean. Let me tell you something. Take your ass home. Hang your ass home. Don't have me leave my damn house to come get your ass, because it's not gonna be pretty.
Oh, you don't want that. You don't. Please, please,
Don't.
you don't want. You don't
He'll
want
know.
Portia.
He'll know. He'll know yet.
Come.
Right.
Why did I just get a picture of my head? Why did I get a picture of my head? Him and his girlfriend sitting together, and you just come around the corner like, "Oh, what we eating? What, mama? I'm here too. We all here."
So the other mama, I want to call her and be like, "What's good? What's good?"
Ooh.
Because you seem to think that it's okay for them to be over there at night, and while you gone, and like, I don't want to cause friction, but I do want to call her and be like, "Baby girl."
That's actually a dope question. Do you okay, do you involve yourself with the parent first? Okay, I know you talk to your child first, but do you say something to the child, the other person's child, or do you say something to the parents first as a mother? Like when you see it getting out of pocket, in your opinion.
I'm trying not to
Portia beat up
friction.
somebody's child.
I definitely say something to my kid first. I definitely say something to my kid first.
And then?
But then, you know, if it gets too loose. I remember he told me one day that her mama was gone and she knew she was having company. I'm like, what mama does that with a little girl? I don't get that. Have that conversation. Girl, Jean, let me tell you something. I'm going to call her and be like, baby girl, what's good? Because you seem to think this is okay. Like, okay, daytime, yep, that's cool. But you know, it get dark around 6. I can't help daylight savings. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be home before dark. That's the way I grew up.
Interesting.
I was just saying.
That is interesting.
Anyway.
Well, you got a long road to take, don't you? You got at least a good 4-5 more years of that.
I'm like, oh, child. And then he asked me, can my girlfriend come over? It's a no. Why not? It's a no.
Hold on, she can't
Is that
come
your
over?
final answer? Oh, no, his daddy tell him that, TJ. Is that your final answer? Who you talking to? Because I said no. The hell?
That's an interesting question. Even if you control, but you control the environment. Isn't that better if you control the environment?
Y'all not chilling at my house. No, y'all not chilling at my house. It's not comfortable at my house. I'm not gonna make it comfortable for you to just come over and sit and lay up and watch TV. And no, it's a no for me. That's not my house.
Did y'all catch what was on the end of Portia's tongue? Do what she wanted to say. This bitch is not coming to
I didn't want to say that. I'm not gonna call the little girl a bitch because she is a very nice little girl. I do like her.
No, she can't come to the house. No, she's not.
She's actually valedictorian of her class, so I was happy that he picked somebody smart and pretty, you know. But at the end of the day, it's still a no.
She can't come to.
No, man.
That don't make no sense. Well, you know, she's a valedictorian, say the old lady. She walked with Obama, but she can't come over to his house though. What?
They can't come over and just chill. It's a no for me. Maybe that's why the other mama was like, "Come on, it's fine."
Yep.
Anyway,
You about
to
get your son. Wait, okay.
Let's go back into 12 a.m.
I can't even see the chat. 12 a.m. Manny said, I know Portia side eye every chance she get. Yup. I said.
Listen, my babies know. He asked me, could you come over one time, and then that was it. He's like, yeah, it's a no.
Oh,
hey,
man.
y'all. Anyway,
The closed caption is on.
What you say? I don't know how to turn
the
it
closed
on.
caption. Let's see. That's interesting. But good morning, everybody, man.
Good morning,
1 a.m., man. Hope everybody had a great day. I hope all my fellas, I hope y'all still recovering. You know what? Pray to all my fellas. I know y'all still recovering from Valentine's Day. I know your pockets are still recovering. I support you, man. You know what I'm saying? Just hold on to that peanut butter and jelly for another week. You'll be back up. You'll re-up. It's okay. We know all the. But I tell you who was winning, man. Lori Harvey ain't winning. Lori, there are so many women that want to pay for that Lori Harvey class. She posted the photos of her and Michael B. Jordan's Valentine. Oh my God, this 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 man done bought an aquarium. This man, first of all, this man rented out the aquarium. Let's start with that. Had dinner under the sea. 2, a great evening out, and 3, her present. This man bought her stock. Now, fellas, this ain't no purse. This ain't no Birkin bag. This man got her stock as a gift. So, at that point in time, I realized, yeah, I'm broke. This ain't for me right here. But shout out to everybody, man, who had a great day on my birthday, and I appreciate everybody who checked in. What up, Shropshire? I see you checking in. David Valdez, I see you checking in, man. But on top of that, I gotta say, man, I love the look, Michael B. Lori Harvey. I support it, so go for yours. As long as you had a good time, great time, wonderful time, do whatever you want to do. So we here on the Rolling Out AM wake up call in the morning time. International. Portia Monique will be right back. Manny Jordan said, "Geez, I need to get my money up then." Hey, you ain't the only one, man. I can't. You're not the only one. I'm not buying nobody no stock. So shout out to everybody checking in, man. We're gonna have a great day today. We got some great stuff for you to see. Getting happy. Wow. On top of that, Carnival stock is 22 a share. Well, hey, Gene, sign me up for that. I'm gonna get some Carnival stock. So let's go back to let's jump back 2 days. Y'all remember the conversation about the girl and the Gorilla Glue? Now, let me say this before we set this up. I felt bad about the girl with the Gorilla Glue. I really did. But the fact that they made this young lady a socialite celebrity, I don't like that. For doing something stupid, I don't like that. But I was happy that she got her hair fixed and that the suffering stopped. I was with that. But now y'all have made this girl a social trending icon. We have a video of the Gorilla Girl getting her hair fixed. Yeah, she got help. Yeah, man, yeah. I'm glad she got help. But outside of that, y'all doing too much for this girl and her stupidity. But we got a video we're gonna show y'all of her getting her hair fixed, and I want you guys to check it out. And they posted a video, and she posted a video of her new hair. I'm gonna see if I can find it for you. But this is the video.
Okay. This is cold. Okay. She doesn't have any open wounds or anything else. Right now we are here. Okay, it's coming loose. It's going to take us. Okay, but when I get there, I'll give it to you. And then today might not even be the day to do it, but after that, we'll just put a moisturizer in there. Okay? So
we're working with you, girl.
We'll put it in the microwave. You know.
Actually, as hot as you can do as possible, but the conditioner will continue.
Yeah, I'm going to take it out, but this is getting in my way for now. I have to just take it out and I will just give the conditioner. You guys can come over and finish it, okay? And I'll scrub out. I'm not cutting, I'm just using this to separate it.
I'm amazed Correct.
Where's my Russians?
Can I get you a
Right here. sensitive area.
This
More
is,
sensitive.
this is very sensitive, okay? I'm being very gentle.
You know how when you look at stuff in the mirror, this is the one you look at, you know, this is what you've been putting stuff on this side. You can tell it.
Your scalp is not damaged, but it's very sensitive after all this stuff, okay? Okay, I'm done, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, it was a pleasure meeting you. I'll see you tomorrow. Check your scalp, make sure everything is fine. Okay, and I'm going to give you some medication for tonight, okay? I just gave you a dose of steroid for all the inflammation.
Gene, you stupid. See a surgeon
What
and
did
a
you
hairstylist.
say?
Get your knee pain, but no ponytail,
Yeah.
let your scalp
Gene-
heal, okay?
Gene said he'll
Right now, your
surgeon and a
scalp, you just have
hairstylist.
to let everything heal.
How's your scalp feel? Okay. You feel good as you're doing it. Good, good. When you stop yourself doing it. Okay.
That is, I guess I'm happy for the young lady, but what y'all are turning her into? Stop turning her into a
Well,
socialite.
she
She's doing
did
something
donate
stupid.
$20,000 of her donations that she got from GoFundMe. So I don't know how much she raised, but 20,000 of that went towards her donations. So, and they say she was 40. I'm like, girl, you cannot be making decisions like that at 40.
So what now? So now, yeah, I'm with you, producer TJ. So she got a publicist now. What's she gonna do now? Go around and do tours about how to have safe hair care? Man, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna go around and save her from doing stupid stuff. Okay,
They
nah,
said she
never
famous
mind.
now. I don't know.
Yeah. So please don't do that. Don't. Come on now. I need y'all to be smart. All right. I need all my people to be smart. Don't turn her into a social icon for doing something stupid. Stupid should not get rewarded.
That's crazy.
She was
We
a
supposed to have a
big
guest
dummy.
coming up, y'all. We
But
got health
until then, what's up, Helen? Hey, Helen. Greetings from Harlem, USA. What's going on? You know what? I'm just gonna say.
What's up, Harlem? Oh, hey, Helen. Yeah, we waiting on our health IQ guest at 8:30. What you say, Romeo?
Portia was sultry. What's sultry? Sultry.
Who said that?
She alright. Look at Gene. Manny behave. Get it, Gene. Sultry.
Yeah,
Alright.
having me acting up.
Man, whatever. Plus we got a video clip later on of Lakeith Stansfield. So I was watching yesterday that Judas and the Black Priest Black Messiah are getting a lot of reviews that we talked about yesterday. One of them is Lakeith needed to step away for a month, he said, just to get back to himself after playing that character. So playing that character really affected him personally. Interesting.
I don't know how any actor does it. Like, y'all gonna have to be certified crazy to be able to turn it on and turn it off and not have it affect you. So I always say that about actors. Like, how do you decompress that? Like, we asked a couple of them. Anytime I get a chance to ask an actor, you know, about their roles, and it was like a complex role or something like that, I ask them, how do you separate yourself? How do you decompress?
Right.
You know, like, do y'all watch Ruthless? Y'all watch Ruthless by Tyler Perry?
Ruthless. No, I missed that.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's about a cult life, and they trying to get out the cult life. And anyway,
okay.
So we got a chance to interview one of the ladies from Ruthless, and it's like torture. And I said, how do you like separate and kind of like just step away from it. She was like, girl, I have to go home. I have to watch nothingness TV. Like, I have to completely immerse myself in doing nothing so that I can kind of get it off of me. She said, I'm not reading anything heavy. I'm not looking at anything heavy. I just try to, put my focus on stuff that doesn't have to mentally take away from me. And I can imagine for Lakeith playing a role like that, just grappling with the fact that somebody actually did this to a race of people, and then you're bringing it to life on screen. Like, I know it had to mess with him, and mess with him is not the word I wanted to use, but I'm just saying.
Right. Especially with the end result of character, with the man actually committing suicide. Because now you gotta, to, like you said, to get in that role. Now you gotta watch the whole documentary a couple of times. I'm pretty sure he had to watch the documentary a couple of times. Put himself in that man's shoes. Yeah, that mentally, that's different from being a superhero. That's definitely different from playing a superhero. So
It
I
don't
agree
give
with
you
you.
all the feels. It does not give you all the good vibes. And then happen to get in a character. What the heck does that look like?
Mm. Interesting. Someone said that during his time on set, after every scene, he would go stand alone by himself. He would go be by himself after every scene. So, but he played the hell out of that role. So can't even fault him for that. Good job.
Amazing job. Amazing job. I can't wait to watch the video. But we do have a guest right now. Let's talk about some health IQ. Dr. Olajide Williams is in the virtual building. He's going to be talking to us about community immunity and vaccine literacy. He's also going to be on Health IQ tonight at 6 p.m. on Rolling Out with Dr. Mo, as well as DMC from Run DMC. And they're going to be talking to our community about making sure that you have the facts about community immunity, making sure that our community is literate when it comes to the vaccine, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's bring them on screen. Please and thank you.
What?
Yes.
What
Good morning.
What community he talking about?
Our
Good
community,
morning.
crazy. Good morning, Dr.
Good
Williams.
morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for coming back. You are now officially a friend of the brand. We always have you back. It's such a pleasure to have you back. But you are going to be on Health IQ tonight. Tell us what we can expect. Health IQ is at 6 p.m. tonight on all of our social media platforms. And you're talking about community immunity. Let us know what to expect.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about a series, a 5-part series that we put together at Hip Hop Public Health that includes DMC, who's part of our team. And we're going to be talking about community immunity, which is a vaccine literacy animated rap anthology that's designed to take individuals who don't really understand the vaccine and what it's all about through a journey. It's a 5-part journey. The first video, which has already been released, talks about what are vaccines and how do they work. The second video really talks about, are these vaccines safe and how do we know? The third video talks about the misinformation some of the misinformation that's out there about the vaccines. The fourth video talks about, if I receive the vaccine, what do I expect? And do I need to have the second shot? And that one really goes through the side effects of the vaccine and what to expect if you choose to get the vaccine. I've had the vaccine, as have many of us on the front line of this pandemic, because we have to treat so many patients. So it was very important for all of us who are on the front lines to get the vaccine. So we can certainly talk about, what it's like to experience it, as long as the other people in the first group of people that were vaccinated. And the fifth one is really important, because the fifth one really talks about why community-wide immunity is important. A lot of people don't know what herd immunity is, and that's why we actually use the term community immunity. And a lot of people don't know that there are two ways to get out of this pandemic. Two ways. That's it. The first way is, right now we have 27 million Americans that have had this disease, and about close to 500,000 have died from this disease. In order for us to reach what we call herd immunity, which is the place when when after a certain amount of people in the community have been infected and recovered from the infection, they acquire the type of immunity that can let the virus start to peter away. And generally speaking, about 80% of any community needs to be infected and recover from that infection for us to have what we call this herd immunity, without which the vaccine continues to exist in our communities. The challenge with doing it naturally is, one, people will die. We know that 500,000 people have died from getting infected because there are many vulnerable people among us. And two, the immunity we receive from the natural immunity doesn't last very long. It's not as robust as the immunity we receive from the vaccine. So if we allow our societies, our communities to reach herd immunity, we're talking about another 40 million Americans on top of the 27 million Americans need to get infected and recover. And imagine the death toll from that. We're looking at over 1 million to 1.5 million deaths to allow that level of infection to rampage through our communities. So the other alternative, and the other way we can do this, is by reaching herd immunity or community immunity, getting to that 80% mark where we have protection through vaccination. But a lot of people don't understand that in order to get out of this mess we're in, this tragedy we're in, we either put ourselves at risk of getting severe infection and death, or we vaccinate our way out of this. And so what community immunity does, it tries to take people on a journey and give them the type of real information that they need in order to be properly informed about what vaccines are all about, how they work, what their side effects are, and try to fight the fear out there with some facts.
So in layman's terms, talking to our community, basically you're saying it's safer to get the vaccine than it is to not.
Absolutely.
And we need to understand that, as a ticker is saying, COVID has killed 1 in 645 Black people, and that's 9 times the rate of whites. So as opposed to our community bonding together over not taking the vaccine, we should definitely go and take the vaccine, because it's a quicker way to community immunity than it is whether we just wait and try to get herd immunity.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody knows someone who's been infected or who died. This disease is no joke. It's no joke. I've dealt with a lot of deaths on the front lines from this disease. It kills people. And as you just read, it kills Black people more than anybody else. So the one group of people that should not be putting themselves at risk of this disease is Black people, because we are the ones most. I've had the coronavirus. I've had it. I was very sick because I have certain comorbidities. I was very sick. I was terrified, but thank God I made it, and I went straight back onto the front line to try to fight this disease. And so I don't want other people getting sick from this disease. It's not an experience I would recommend anybody going through. And the way to avoid it is for us to get vaccinated. But people need to get the right information about vaccination.
So I know you're going to talk about this in depth tonight, but what is your response to people who say, Doc, okay, so I make the decision to get vaccinated, but I'm like, 1,000,001 on the list? How do they even get on the list to get vaccinated?
Great question. So the CDC has basic guidelines around who should get vaccinated, and it's based on three categories. The first category is those individuals who are at risk, at the highest risk for death and severe disability. Those folks in the nursing home, for example, were in the first group of people that got vaccinated. The second group of people that the CDC recommends, or the other criteria, is people who are necessary for the functioning of society, and those are our essential workers, and that's another group of people that need to get vaccinated. So the guidelines are developed by the CDC around which groups need to get vaccinated, and then each state, depending on where you're from, and each municipality actually make the decision around who gets vaccinated and how the vaccines are distributed. And so if you're in a particular city or a particular state, the recommendation is for you to reach your state Department of Health website and your local municipality, who are governing the vaccine distribution process, and seek information there. Now, you're absolutely right. It is challenging to get this vaccine at the moment because of limited supply. But we are being told that the supply chain is going to really increase exponentially over the next several weeks. And hopefully soon, all Americans will have access to the vaccine in a way that makes sense.
Okay, so let's get into the on tonight. Let's get into the rollout plan. Let's talk about the rollout plan, how we can get in line, because I know some people that are like jumping the line. I know some celebrities had their commentary about who should get vaccinated first versus these some of the other people. So I know we're going to get into that stuff tonight on Health IQ at 6 p.m.
Yes, we will.
I wanted to get Doc. Dang, I wanted to get him
Go
before he
ahead.
got out of here.
Hurry up. Go ahead, Mama.
But Doc, you gotta understand. Like I'm listening and I'm 100% with you. But communities and people are tired, man. Like how many times am I gonna hear about the NBA getting their test first? How many times am I gonna hear about so and so getting their test first? So, but you still want people to stay motivated and charged to go get a test. People at that point in time, people either frustrated, they don't care no more, or they're like, okay, well, if I'm last on the list, and the people who just won the Super Bowl got their test, then ain't no need for me to go. People are just. I think people are overall frustrated. I really do.
Yeah. Well, I completely I completely understand that, and yes, you're absolutely right. There is a great deal of frustration out there about how the vaccines are being rolled out. But from where I sit, when I sit in the hospital on the front line, I can tell you that the virus is not frustrated, the virus is not tired, and the virus is just taking advantage of those of us who actually want to give up and be frustrated. Look, this virus is not messing around. And we have to have more stamina than the virus. Otherwise, we will get sick, and we'll put ourselves at risk of death and severe disability. I have so many of people who've gotten the virus, and they have what you call the long haul syndrome, which is a syndrome which is when even after you recover, you continue to have persistent symptoms of COVID. And so again, I understand the frustration, but for those who are frustrated, I just want to say, from where I'm sitting, this virus is not tired. In fact, it's getting even more aggressive and hungrier for lives as we speak.
Got you. Okay. Well, I need you to be on the top board and let these people know to get themselves together, man. Because they send me one more, they text me one more update, Doc. I'm a snap. I don't want to hear.
Well,
no
you have
updates.
to hang in there. I just want
to
to thank you guys. I thank you guys for all the work that you're doing. Look, this is a life and death issue. This is not a a trivial issue. This is a life and death issue. When I was in the hospital on service most recently, during the height of the pandemic here in New York City, over 90% of my patients with COVID-19 were Black. Over 90%. Over 90% were Black. And a lot of them were dying, and those who survived had severe disability. And it's still the same pattern that we're seeing across the country today. This virus is prowling through our towns and our cities and looking for who to devour. So we have to stay vigilant. We have to treat this as a marathon, and we have to muster enough stamina to outlast this virus so that we can survive and our families can survive and our communities can survive, because this virus is no joke, and it's looking to take down everybody in its path.
Yes. Well, we definitely appreciate the work that you're putting in on the front lines, making sure that our community is involved and definitely informed. We're all going to come back 6 p.m. tonight on Rolling Out platforms to join you, Dr. Mo, as well as DMC from Run DMC, talk about this some more. So thank you so much for stopping by and letting us know that Health IQ is happening tonight at 6. And please come back, ask your questions directly. He will be there and available to answer all questions. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you tonight. Yes, it's real, y'all. So y'all know we do Health IQ every week. And so, even though I'm one of those people that's low on the list in terms of being healthy, in terms of, just the stuff that I do, I am heavily thinking about getting the vaccine when it's available. Like, we're gonna go through round 3 and 4. See what y'all gonna do. Round 3 and 4.
I'm with you. I'm just tired of there not being, like, I don't think they've been giving people like answers. It's like they give you a to-do list. Well, we got COVID. Okay, what is COVID? We don't know, but we're gonna give you a list of what it is. Well, we want you to get the vaccine. Okay, when can I get it? We don't know when you can get it, but we just want you to know that it's there. Don't do that to people, man. You've had people cooped up for a year. If there's a vaccine, you should be able to tell people, hey, your state has a vaccine. You can go to these locations and get it. Period. Not, hey, get on the waiting list. Nobody want to hear that.
Jean said, sadly, that her nephew died from COVID last year. How old was your nephew, Jean? I'm sorry to hear that.
Man.
He died last April. That was when it was fresh. Sorry to hear that, Jean. Yes.
So that was when they really didn't know what it was, right? Was that
right.
April? That was April, January, February, March. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely sorry to hear that, Jean.
Yeah, sorry to hear
So
that.
that's all.
We got another guest.
He was 33.
He was 33. Dang. Okay. We bringing you in on a high note, Eric. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Great. Thanks for asking. So welcome to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call with your favorite host, Portia Monique and Romeo International. We are here with Eric L. Pierre, CPA, Pierre Accounting. He's ready to help y'all with y'all tax needs. What we doing for taxes? Can we file them? Can we get some money back? What we doing with the stimulus? Help us.
Ain't nobody been to work. Where my check at, man? I'm trying to, with my stimulus check.
Right.
I did 2
What we eligible for? What kind of write-offs can I write off? I ain't been to work either. Somebody help me.
Yeah, we ain't been to work. Let's go.
Well, some of us have been working during this pandemic, so
Go ahead, Eric. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Please
introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Eric Pierre. I'm a CPA. I'm licensed in California and Texas. I'm the owner and principal of Pierre Accounting, and we have our headquarters in Austin, Texas, and we also have an office in San Diego and Los Angeles. We have a very diverse team, about 8 to 10 people right now, and we specialize in advanced tax planning, tax compliance, forensic auditing, and we also do some audits and we can help you also with financial planning.
Okay. You're also a Forbes contributor, and they named you one of the top 100 must follow tax Twitter accounts for 2021. Let me go
Yes.
follow right now.
Yeah, my handle
let
is
me
your fave CPA, but yes, I was
The
blessed to
famous
receive
CPA.
that honor. I didn't get a trophy or a mantle, but I just have that designation. I would love to show you a trophy today, but I don't have one.
And let me
That's
let
okay.
me let me ask you about financial planning. Why? First of all, why your company fires my stimulus check, man? I ain't even get the first one. I just joking. I still want all my stimulus though. But let me ask you about financial planning. Um, how come black people, and I'm gonna say black, how come black people don't learn that until after the fact? Like it's like financial planning
Mm.
to me should be one of the top three things that a young black male, black woman should learn, uh, at least coming out of high school. Like you don't really pay attention to financial planning until like maybe if you lucky your junior year in college, maybe your senior year when you're getting ready to graduate, and then you realize, oh, bills are real. Uh, how come that is not a how come that is not a like a everyday thing in the black community, you think?
Okay, Roman, that's a great question. This is a sensitive one for me to answer. So, just from I can only talk about my personal experience. Now, I grew up where my father is a CPA, so I got to learn about financial planning at home. But our public school systems don't teach that. So, our white counterparts, their families tend to talk about money more than ours. When we get together at the barbershop, we don't talk about money. We talk about sports. We talk about cars. We talk about everything but money. But our counterparts, they're always talk about planning. They're talk about investing. It's just that we have a lack of financial education in our community overall because most financial professionals are not African American. For instance, in the CPA industry, less than 1% of CPAs are Black or African American. So I was fortunate to have my dad being a CPA, where we have two Black CPAs, and you can't even go to major cities to find two Black CPA practitioners. So that's part of the big gap that we have right now.
Man, and
So how do
it's
we
so
go
interesting.
about a solve for that? Go ahead, Romy. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's so interesting. You say that. I always use this same narrative. Coming from a PWI, I remember. I tell everybody. I remember my first time. You know how they put you in the group project, and
Mm-hmm.
it's your first time in the group project as a freshman, and I'm sitting here and I'm with the athlete and the person from this country and the person from this country. But what I'm realizing is, as a freshman, I'm behind because the people from the other countries, they know this stuff. They well diverse in financial. They're well diverse in technology, and I'm sitting up here like, okay, I thought I was a freshman. I thought we all was learning together. But you're absolutely right. Those other conversations, they're kind of sort of instilled into the generations to help them build financial wealth.
That's correct. Because again, our public school system, most public schools do not require personal financial planning. And so, as such, it's up to the families to teach that to their children. And our community, unfortunately, when we're a community that owns 1% of the wealth of the United States, which hasn't changed since 1865, we shouldn't be surprised about where we're at right now.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Agreed. I do want to know what your thoughts are on changing the school system. Like, what do we do to combat that? How do we, make sure that our kids are well informed as well? Do we just self-teach them? Do we have to do it at home? Are there online courses that kids can take? Like, what would you suggest?
I would suggest that our public school systems have personal finance because, quite frankly, as a country as a whole, we're not that well educated on finances because, every year there's statistics out there showing that we overpay our taxes by, a few $billions. So this is a systematic problem. Just unfortunately, it impacts our culture more than any others. But, in my business, I do have, you know, Caucasian clients that they struggle with that. They just don't talk about it and put themselves in position, to look bad. Talk about because when they talk to me, everything's confidential. So,
Right.
and then we also have to be willing to invest in financial planning early on. Because for instance, one thing that most of us insurance, so that if you pass away, you can transfer wealth tax free to your next generation, and that's one easy step that's not expensive that can potentially help close the wealth gap between us and our Caucasian counterparts.
Wow.
Is that what? Okay, you actually, I'm sorry. You actually sparked
No,
something in my head.
don't apologize.
Is that
No, don't.
is that what they did in the past? Because it's funny. Every movie that I watch, right?
Mhm.
When it involves a other, it's always, oh, so and so passed, but they left the estate to whatever, or they left. I always hear the word they left the estate to somebody. Is that what that is?
Well, depending on the family, yes. Because you can get,
Okay.
there's two types of life insurance. You have term insurance. So if you're really young, you can get it for $20 a month to be covered up to $500,000. And I think every young Black person should have that. And then you have permanent
What?
insurance, which is a little, you can get for $100 to $200 a month. You can start getting $250,000 on up. But usually, in those scenes, you see those scenes when real life insurances involve in part to help pay for estate taxes for larger estates, but even a smaller estate, such as, I have a permanent life insurance. So if I were to pass away today,
We hope he ain't just. Hello?
my sister
Hey,
does
yeah,
this
don't.
practice.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Is that mine? That's okay. I think it's somebody internet connection. I don't know if it's mine or not.
It
But
might
you
be
were
mine
saying,
because of the bad weather we have here in Austin.
okay. You were saying
Yeah, I
if
heard
you were to
about that.
pass away today from your permanent life insurance, what would happen?
My sister would receive $250,000.
Okay. I love that. So I need to check on mine. I know my beneficiaries are my sons, but I do have my mom and my brother in there too, just in case. But I wanted to get into, before you leave, because I know you got to go. I wanted to get into the stimulus money. Well, and also audits for small businesses. So if you got a small business out there, expect a 50-50 chance of getting audited. Like, how does that work?
All right. So if you receive a stimulus check, that's an advanced tax, consider an advanced tax credit. That is not taxable income. You do not have to worry about paying tax on that check. So you can spend or invest how you please. Okay. And in regarding audits, the IRS announced that they're increasing their audits of small businesses by 50%. And which is not surprising considering that our federal government has given away so much money to big businesses, small businesses, private citizens. Now they want to get their money back. And so to help
Go
combat
to
that,
the big businesses though, right? Like, shouldn't they be focusing on the big businesses, the people who got the money, not the small
the
businesses?
big business, the big businesses do get audited. You just don't hear about it. But the difference is they have the resources to have good books and records, but they get hit a lot.
Okay.
But for small businesses are usually easier to target because most small businesses do not keep good records. And I would recommend if you're a small business owner, you should at least have a bookkeeper. And if not, and if you have the means to hire a firm like ours to where we can help you keep good books and records for audits. We've helped our clients win audits. When they've been audited, we've been successful and we've gotten even more money back from the IRS because of our record keeping tactics.
Okay, well, it just seems a little unfair that they're going after all of these small businesses when number one, they don't have money in the first place. So why give us the money? Why give us the grants? Why give us all of that? And then you're gonna come back and audit us and almost just take it back automatically if we don't have good bookkeeping systems. I get it, but how can we afford it? We don't have no money. And on top of that, I wanted to ask you, in terms of the IRS auditing all of these small businesses, do they have the bandwidth to do that? Like, do they have the capacity to actually go out and increase audits by 50%? Like, it would seem like they were already overwhelmed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, whether they have the capacity, I'm not sure. But usually, when an IRS audit happens, they don't come knocking on your door. The first thing they do, they'll send you correspondence and ask you to provide records of expenses or income that you reported. A lot of people ignore those letters, and then that's how it starts happening. So if you ever get a letter from the IRS, do not ignore it. If you don't know what to do and you have a tax professional, you should hand that letter to them immediately. If you don't have a tax professional, you can call us and we can help you work through that letter, because a lot of times these audits can be avoided by just simply
Dang it, Austin weather.
responding to their.
Because I have you were going out. You said a lot of time now audits can be avoided by what?
Simply answering the IRS initial correspondence, because they start with a letter. So they'll say, Pierre Accounting, can you please verify your travel expense? Your travel expense is a little high for a CPA firm, and then we'd be able to show our records and show, well, I do have offices in LA, San Diego, and Austin, so I'm not just planted in one place. So my travel expenses are going to be higher than my counterpart CPA who's sitting only in San Diego all year round.
Okay, so tell me this. Does an audit start with a letter saying that you owe the IRS? So if they send you a letter and say you owe us based on your 2018 tax returns, we found that you owe some money, do you just go and pay it? Like, do you fight it, or is that like the start of an avalanche of an audit?
Unfortunately, the answer is going to be it depends. I mean, there are mistakes made where the IRS will send a letter saying you owe money. Sometimes what happens is that the reason that a small business will get a letter saying they owe money is that they had received a 1099 that they forgot to include on their tax return. So the IRS will think because you didn't report the 1099 income that you failed to report certain income. So sometimes it's just a simple amended return to show that you did report that income to resolve it. So it's not always bad news. So when you get that letter, I would not be in a hurry to pay it. I would get with a tax professional, get an understanding of what the letter says, compare it to your tax return, and then you can make a decision on how to proceed.
Yeah, because they keep bothering me. They keep bothering me. I ain't got all the money in the world. They want to tell me, you owe this, you owe that. Now I come back and owe this. I paid y'all. Leave me alone. Sorry. I'm serious. They keep sending me stuff talking about I owe. I'm like, why do I owe this time? Okay. Anyway, I do have a tax account.
You may need to change tax. You may need to change tax professionals. What it sounds like.
Listen, you might be right. I might have to send my stuff over there to Eric L. Pierre CPA. I'm just saying, because they keep talking about I owe. Why? Okay, I'm digressing. Y'all, Eric, where can we find you? If people have questions, how can they contact you?
Okay, thank you. There's a few ways you can find me. You can go to our website, pierreaccounting.com, and then if you look at our social media, on Instagram, you can find us at Pierre Accounting. On Twitter, you can find me at your fave CPA. And then on Facebook, you can type Pierre Accounting and you'll find us there.
Okay, perfect. I was trying to follow you on Twitter. Is it your fave? YOURFAVE?
Yes, ma'am.
Found you. Okay, I'm following you right now. I just followed you. Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of the tips. You got to come back and give us some loopholes and let us know what some of the common deductions are that people forget. Closer to tax time, you got to come back and let us know that. Okay.
Absolutely, I'll
Hey
be
man,
happy to help you with that.
You got to come back and find my stimulus check. They owe me 4. They owe me 4 of them. I can't find one of them. That's what I'm looking for.
I ain't giving. I ain't giving. I
We
don't
can help you with
understand.
that too, man.
And then Eric, wait a
Okay.
minute before you go. So there was a question: is unemployment benefits, is that taxable?
Yes, it is.
You got to pay taxes on your unemployment.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's just sad. That's just sad. You ain't got no job, then you got to sit up there and pay taxes on the money that they give you, and you still ain't got no job. I don't understand it.
Hey, it's very rare that Uncle Sam gives you something for free.
And on that note, we gonna leave. We gotta come back. We gotta have you back before tax season. I'm sure that they're gonna give us another extension. Is my assumption correct? They're gonna give us an
We don't know
extension?
yet. I mean, there's still some. There may be a third stimulus coming, and if that comes, then there may be an extension. But right now, we're just assuming that corporate and partnerships are due March 15, and individuals are April 15th. But you can always file for automatic 6-month extension right now.
How do I sign up for a stimulus?
You have to make sure you filed your tax returns on time the past few years, and you meet the income requirements.
They won't
You
give
asked me a question.
I know. Okay, thanks, Eric. We definitely appreciate you. We enjoyed you. Like I said, we'll have to have you back closer to tax time so that we can know what some of these common deductions are and what we need to do.
All right, thank you. I appreciate your time.
All right, man.
Thank you so much. Take care. I need a stimulus, y'all. I don't know why they won't give me one.
I don't know why they won't give me one either, man. I'm mad.
You know what I'm saying?
Made me question how much money do I make that I can't get one. I want one. Everybody else got one.
Balling. You balling. That's what that is.
All them people who scammed and got that PPP loan. Think about it. You remember that? All them so they got that PPP. I'm like, hold on, man. I want one.
They get right. We got another guest, y'all. We full of guests today on the Tuesday. It's going up on the Tuesday. Hello, Dr. Tyner. Good morning, Dr. Artika Tyner. Welcome to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. She is an author. Is that the book behind you? That's her most her highest selling book, best-selling book, Justice. I can't read it, but Dr. Tyner.
I can read it, Doc. I saw it. Yep.
Justice makes a difference. Love it, love it, love it. I think, is your mic on, Dr. Tyner? We can't hear you. We gotta get her mic together.
Yeah, shout out to Ronald Mayers. In. Iris said you have to be very careful when filing. Yep. Make sure you check all the boxes. Hey.
I want to know how I signed up for
that part.
Check.
What up, Marcus?
You talk about a third. Can I get one? So anyway, while she's figuring out her audio, they said she's gonna disconnect and come back. Dr. Artika Tyner, also known as Miss Freedom Fighter, is a passionate educator and award-winning author, a civil rights attorney, a sought-after speaker, and an advocate for justice who is committed to helping children discover their leadership potential and serve as change agents in our global community. We're getting her back, but she is also the founder of Planting People Growing Justice Press and Bookstore. And she's going to be talking to us about writing her children's books, addressing the literacy gaps, connecting to criminal justice, mass incarceration, why Black children's books matter. You saw her children's book, Justice Fights for Freedom, why books like hers matter, and the strategies that she's using to promote these literacy and diversity in books. So let's bring her back on, y'all. I'm excited. We can't hear you still. Oh, yes, we can. Good morning.
I'm happy to be here with you today to share about how we can help to inspire our young people to be leaders and change agents.
I love it, love it, love it. So go ahead, Romeo.
I was gonna say you want in 2021, you want to inspire them in 2020. Just joking. I'm with you, Doc. I'm with you.
So tell us about your books and your company. You're also, I was remiss in mentioning, you're also a professor at St. Thomas University as well. So welcome to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Show. Tell us, why are books important? Children's books that represent Black people. Why is it important?
We know that books lay a solid foundation for learning, not just the academic side, but also it's important to be able to learn and connect to our culture, to connect to our history, to connect to that piece of who we are, that resiliency, that courage, and to see a reflection of ourselves in books is a constant reminder that we can be whoever we dare to dream to be. So to give young people that inspiration, all of a sudden learning becomes more than what happens in a classroom, but learning then becomes really a way of life and cultural pride of who we are as Black people.
I love that, love that, love that. So let's talk about your best-selling book, Justice Fights for Freedom. What was the inspiration behind that book, and how did it come to fruition?
The inspiration was my grandmother, my late grandmother, Nellie. She was always an inspiration and pillar in our community. She looked for ways to really live out her faith, to serve in the community, to feed the homeless, to clothe those that were in need. So if I think about the inspiration for who I am today, it would be my grandmother's nature of leading and serving in the community. And what better way to tell that story through the eyes of a little girl who decides that she can make a difference as well by putting that red cape on and soaring to new heights and being impactful in her community. So when we think about justice, inspired from, and here's a civil rights tidbit, one of Dr. King's early books that featured him was a graphic novel. So we're using that same theme of being a superhero for justice to inspire young people to create meaningful change in their communities.
See, this is why I love what you did. This is the main reason why I love what you did. First of all, I was never a reader, right? I had a professor that said, what do you like? I said, well, I like comic books, Marvel, DC, and I like basketball. He was like, read that. He didn't make me go read some profound dictionary or book. He said, start off learning to read what you love, and I guarantee you'll find a love for reading. And I was like, read what you love for reading. I was like, okay. And I got into reading graphic novels. So when I look at what you created, you're so way above the curve, because I think a lot of people don't know how to reach generations because what they're creating is unreachable. It's an age of gaming, right? You're not gonna reach you're gonna reach a child, but you're not really gonna reach a child or anybody unless you reach them on the level of where they're at to make them get in love with it. I love what you did. I love what you created. It's dope.
I think that's important to inspire. We have to inspire readers and inspire engagement. So we have to reach our young people where they're at. Make sure that reading is not just check the box, another assignment, but that reading is about exploration. It's about fun. It's about engagement. So we're trying to flip the script to make sure that our young people, and we're bridging what we call and what we think about are some of those areas around literacy gaps. And when we think about that, that's not related to someone's intellectual capacity. It's related to their interest in connecting not only to the curriculum, but also to our teachers. So I challenge teachers as well. Learning is by design. How do you narrowly tailor an approach that supports learning, not for some students, not for the students that you like, but for all students?
So
and
let me ask you
and I got one more. Okay, I'm sorry, Portia. And back me up on this. Please tell parents and teachers, because I learned this with my little nephew. What they it's you can actually implement the learning into the fun. I know a lot of people say it, but they really don't do it. My little nephew loves games. He's always going to be on the game. So you know what I did? I made sure that all the games that I get him are educational games. You wanna play Call of Duty and go to war? Cool. I'm gonna buy a game that teaches you how to buy cities, build cities, grow crops and all this other stuff. I'm gonna find something you love to do and educate it. And a lot of people don't do what you said, and I'm glad you said that. See, you about to have a new best friend, me and you. It's together. We together.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Dr. Artika, let me ask you this. What strategies are you using to promote literacy and diversity in books? And then let's talk about your new book, Africa A to Z.
Well, the strategies that I'm focusing on is really reaching young people where they're at, sparking their interest, opening their eyes to new possibilities. And why is this important to me personally? It's the challenge that, as you mentioned, I am a law professor and a civil rights attorney. And in far too many instances, my clients learn how to read in prison. So when I think about that, how could they have the reality of due process or even understand their cases or protect their rights when they could not even read their indictment? So I wanted to turn it around. Instead of seeing 60 to 80% of adult prisoners functionally illiterate or 85% at the juvenile justice level, we wanted to make sure that reading wasn't just about literacy alone or about learning alone, but it's also vital for protecting our rights as a community, to understand how the legal system works and to understand how we can navigate it. So that's the personal passion around it. The reason why I wrote Amazing Africa A to Z is because I've traveled throughout the continent. My second home is Ghana. So I wanted to make sure that we had a clear understanding of who we are. It's that idea, oftentimes we talk about the I am, how do I manifest today? But the real question is not just who I am today. I have to look to my past. I have to look to Yaa Asantewaa, one of those powerful warriors in Ghana that we don't talk about, who said, basically, if the men won't go up to fight the British, to protect our legacy, to protect who we are and where we're headed, the women will go. So she organized a women's army. So I've been able to have a unique experience of traveling the world first through books and then physically traveling to the world to learn who I am, that was peace, aware from whence I've come, and then the future of I am and I will be. And a part of that legacy as African Americans is connecting us back to the continent. We are 1 billion strong on the continent, another 400 million across the diaspora. Here we are, strong, courageous, and undefeatable. So I wanted to tell that story, not the negative images that we grew up with as children about Africa, but tell a story about Africa that truly is a glimpse on who we are as far as strength and power.
I love that. I love it. Yes. Oh, Romeo's gone. I'm sorry. I thought I heard Romeo talking. So in addition to the other two books that we've seen, so Justice Fights for Justice, and then Amazing Africa A to Z, what other books have you written that you can share with us?
Oh, we're building up. We'll have a whole bookshelf before we know it. So I'll just reach back and show you a few of them and show you our most recent ones as well. So one of the things as a lawyer, I would be remiss not to help encourage and inspire young people to think about careers in law. So this is so you want to be a Supreme Court justice, to understand the pathway to law school and how you can make a difference in the courtroom. There's a lot of misunderstandings around African American history, but this book series that I did, Black Voter Suppression is one of them. It includes Black Lives Matter and Vigilante Danger. So it's the fight for Black rights. So we can understand that piece that my grandma used to tell me, that there was nothing new under the sun, that truly the reality is that many of the lessons that we need to learn about race in America have historical relevance. How do we understand the past to be able to move forward in the future? So I wrote a series of 3 books to help us get a deeper understanding. I also did this piece. It's called Kofi Loves Music. I wanted to get the young readers interested in the sights and sounds and music that comes from our cultural history. Because I had just a simple little hunch that if we could get people to play music together, if we could start to build that harmony of justice and freedom, that we could really have some impacts in our families and communities, and also give the young people something to have some pride about. This idea and understanding based upon history that the origins of course, humanity is from the continent and from Africa, but the origins related to music. That's what makes hip hop come alive. That's what makes jazz come alive. That's what makes when James Brown says, I'm black and I'm proud. That's what makes us tap our feet. So that power of music as it connects to culture and history has been very important to my work as well. And then last but not least, as many people were prepared, and this is actually written by Monica Habia, for the year of return, 2019, of the 400-year commemoration when our first ancestors as enslaved Africans were brought to Virginia. One of the pieces that we worked on was really the inspiration to be able to understand what does that mean? What is that cultural history of connecting us back to the motherland? So we wrote Ghana, a place I call home, to take everybody on a virtual tour, page by page, of the year of return.
Amazing, amazing. How do we find your books? How do we follow the movement? How do we order them? Give us all of that information.
Well, you can order the books. Our bookstore is Planting People, Growing Justice Press and Bookstore. You can find a link on our website, which is ppgjli.org. That's ppgjli.org. And what you need to know is that with each book purchase, it will also support our nonprofit, where we can donate books to children around the world to inspire reading in our own neighborhood. So to date, we donated over 5,000 books in the community to support Black heritage, to support Black History Month 365, to be able to uplift, showcase, and celebrate our stories as a sense of culture and a sense of pride.
Well, we definitely love that.
Doc, get these people straight, Doc. Get them right. They don't know. They don't know. Get them right.
Let's definitely get them together. One more time for the website. People on Facebook are asking.
Yes, it is ppgjli.org. And we're also on Facebook. You can follow us at Planting People, Growing Justice. You can follow the bookstore where we provide updates, free book clubs at PPJ Books. So what really our hashtag, everything that we're doing is known by Planting People, Growing Justice. It's a simple notion that if we start with inspiring everyday people to lead change, we don't have to wait for somebody else to come in our neighborhood. We're reclaiming it block by block, family by family, to be impactful. So follow us. Planting People, Growing Justice is a name and a reason for the season. It's about everyday people, those ordinary people having extraordinary impact right in our own communities and homes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tyner. Definitely appreciate you stopping by the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. Introducing our family to all of your wonderful books that you've written. Go to www.ppgjli.org for the website, and then PPJ Books on Facebook as well. I'm going to go right there and follow you right now. Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Blessings to you and happy reading.
Same to you. Take care.
That made me read right now. Where my books at?
Yes. Her book about Ghana, I just want to get that book for myself. I missed it. I missed that pilgrimage where a whole bunch of people went back to Ghana. I think it may have been in 2019. I missed it, and I was sad about it because that was one of my little opportunities to go back home to Africa, y'all. I've never been to Africa. That is definitely on my list of things to do. I don't know about going in a COVID environment, but I still want to go. I'm just saying.
You better go.
So, you've been to Africa?
I'm over this. No, it's don't sound bad. It's not on my top 5. It's not.
Okay, somebody school Romeo, because if Europe is on your top 5 and Africa is not, we got some problems. Because I was back in the day, and I thought that going to Europe was a thing. That's because that's what they glamorize. That's what they, support in the media. That's what celebrities do. And so when I was younger, I thought Europe was the thing to do. You know, I'm going to Paris. I'm going to Rome. Like that wasn't. I really wish when I was younger that I would have been on going to Africa because I wasn't. I was going to Greece. I was going to, and I didn't make it to Greece, but I wanted to go to Greece. Now, my next international trip is not Jamaica. I'm going to go to Africa. Jamaica is black. Jamaica is still black. I can go to Jamaica all day long. I love Jamaica.
This sounds bad. The first time I saw Africa as being beautiful was at the end of the movie Belly, where Nas and T-Boz's character. Yeah, I don't know if you remember at the end where Nas and T-Boz's character went to Africa. That was the first time as a young person where I saw Africa as being beautiful. Because like you said, normally when they show us in the books, they showing us, like lions and elephants and what I'm saying, like the way it's perceived is like,
and it's not like that, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I love watching cultural movies, especially the ones from Africa, is because you get a chance to see what it really is like. Like for so many years, they've depicted this dusty dirt and all of this. It's that plus some, and like I said, I've never been. I definitely want to go. I want to go before my lifetime is up, but it's so much more to Africa. It's the motherland. Like I think everybody needs to experience going at least once. Stop big up in all of these other European countries, all these European cities, and let's start big upping Africa. I want to go to Ghana. I want to go to Zanzibar. I want to go to Cape Town. I want to go to Victoria Falls. I want to go to Liberia. I want to go to the Ivory Coast. I want to go everywhere, y'all. So I need to just take a year off and just travel the continent of Africa.
That would sound like.
Bucket. Yes. Gotta do that before I die.
We see what your Valentine's gift gonna be next year, brother. Good luck with that.
What? Going to Africa?
Yep. Good luck with that. Tara was taking up.
Girl, I didn't know that. Kathy said that one of our mutual friends lives in Ghana. Girl, stop it. I did not know that. So at least I got somebody to go visit. Hey, Tafari. I'm going to go visit. I'm going to go look at his page because I didn't know he was in Ghana. Okay. Yes, African images of their malls, and like they live like kings and queens over there. Like the little shacks that we got over here, they be like, ha ha ha, that's funny. They got palaces over there, Yes, y'all. I'm gonna check his IG.
So we spoke about it earlier, and you guys are getting to see it right now. This is a conversation with Lakeith Stansfield on his views about Judas and the Black Messiah, which if you haven't already seen, I should be mad at you because you need to go. It's HBO Max. Get HBO Max. But we want you to do the interview with him, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Let's go, y'all.
Like right now. How you doing today?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. In the beginning, your character started off playing a role, was forced into a role. The role kind of started to play him.
This guy, Bill O'Neill, was very young and impressionable. And there's not a whole bunch of information on him, But what I could gather from him, I saw a long version of the interview from Eyes on the Prize. He said he felt bad about what he did, but he had to continue to press forward. So although he was apolitical and a person that didn't line himself with the Black Panthers or, like maybe like a far right racist group, he wasn't on the extreme, but he just didn't really care that much. And, he was like, I want to get some money. I don't really care about, all this other stuff you guys are talking about. And that's a part of like Black American experience that I don't think we explore a lot. There's these people who just are kind of just here to get it how I'm living. Like, you know, I'm not really, you know, one side or the other. I feel like that's what Bill O'Neill was. So, but he was.
I was trying to sneak and eat, y'all. Sorry. Go see the rest of it on rollingout.com. Lakeith Stansfield talks about. Let me tell you something. Watching that movie, I didn't even realize what the guy's name was. I just kept calling him Judas. What the character's name was. We can't hear you, Romeo. You went on mute, or did TJ put you on mute? Because I heard you doing stuff in the background. Anyway. So go to rollingout.com to see the rest of the video. And it's definitely
Searching
something. That movie.
They wanted me to get drugs, signs of him having guns.
I don't know if we was going back to the rest of the video or not. But it's on rollingout.com. Lakeith Stansfield as Bill O'Neill. And he was just letting us know about the character and how he was really young. Like a lot of those guys were young. Once you watch the credits at the end of the movie, you learn that they were like 21, 22, early 20s. So you can kind of understand why decisions like that were made. Like at the time, he probably was just trying to save his own butt. And he probably was faced with making all of this money, because it did say something about he made $200,000 or something like that for selling out his people. But you know, hindsight is always 20/20, and that probably contributed to the fact that later in life he committed suicide after doing that Eyes on the Prize interview. So, Romeo, what you say? I hate that your doggone thing be wrong. Yo, we can't hear you. I don't know what you be doing. Take your headset out. It's you. It's been you all the time. Give him another number to dial in on, TJ. See if that helps. I don't know. Whew. Y'all, what I do know is that my mouth is still killing me. When you put the headset in, something happens. So take it out. My dentist appointment, my follow-up dentist appointment is not until the 25th, and I don't have the stitches that dissolve, so I got stitches over here that's poking me in my mouth. I can't even eat without it poking my tongue out. So that's probably why y'all see me making all these different faces. Yeah. I'm trying not to, but it hurts. Let's see if Romeo is back, y'all. Because I know y'all don't want to hear me talk about my doggone tooth. Marcus Mays on Facebook says, you couldn't pay me $100,000 to sell out my people. Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20. And, you know, sometimes being 19, 20, growing up in the ghetto, stealing cars for a living, impersonating FBI, sometimes when faced with make $200,000 and sell out your people, and he probably didn't really understand that's what he was doing until it came down to it. Like, it became real when they was like, poison them, like give them this, put this in this drink. And to me, that basically said they weren't trying to kill him. Tiara said it was just trying to put him to sleep. I think it was trying to kill him. But they definitely did the job when the police came in and actually shot him in front of his pregnant girlfriend. That's sad. So yes, I definitely agree with you. Robert said you couldn't pay me $25. Also, Jesus was young too. Yes, Kathleen, he was. I'm going back to Facebook and my tooth. D Shield said applesauce and baby food. Girl, it hurt. But I'm also talking to, looking at Kathleen. Most revolutionaries, Malcolm X, MLK, Huey P. Newton, were young. Jesus was young too, yes. And Jean, that's a good point. So if you guys are in Facebook chat, chime in so that we can know how you feel about this. But Jean's point was that, like, in 2021 we have a completely different mentality of what we would do, right? What is moral, what is immoral, and all of that. But back in the 60s and the 70s, when you had to scrimp and scrape, and you really didn't know where your next meal was coming from, it's a lot. And so sometimes that mentality, when faced with those type of things, will cause you to make a wrong decision, or two, or three, or four. So I definitely understand. Youth moves the world. Yeah, they do. So with a 2021 mentality, nope, we're not doing none of that. We're not selling out our people. And like I said, at the time, he probably didn't even know that that would have been the result. Like, going back to the 7 habits of highly effective people, highly successful people, you have to learn how to begin with the end in mind. Like, think about what you want the outcome to be, or what the outcome could potentially be, and then work your way backwards. And sometimes when you're faced with making those type of decisions, when you think about that end result, and then you work your way backwards to present day, to what it is that you have to do, sometimes we think twice about it. Like, begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind, y'all. I don't know where Romeo is. Let's see what else y'all talking about. D said, exactly, Jean, exactly that. The fear of authorities and death impacted a lot of decisions back in the day. Yes, it did. And then some of the guys back in the day, D, they were unafraid. But unfortunately, as we seen in the movie, sometimes that resulted in death, right? So we saw one of the guys going into the store. Spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen it, just kind of like mute me or whatever. But we seen one of the guys go in the store when the police was there, and they told him to stop and put your hands up. And he was like, no, you stop. You get out. This is where I live. They shot him. He didn't die from the shots. They took him to the hospital. But there was a conspiracy that they killed him while he was in the hospital. They moved him from the hospital, I think, to like a police ward or something like that. And then in transition is when they allegedly killed him. So I don't know, y'all. If y'all haven't seen the movie, go out and see it. Well, actually, stay in and see it. Stream it on HBO Max, and when you do, just make sure you don't have stuff to do at the end of the day, because it really is a heavy movie, and it'll put you in the mindset of you want to just go fight everybody. Like, you just you just want to go fight everybody. So anyway, we trying to get Romeo back on, y'all. I don't know. Sometimes his audio just go off in the middle of it. So Romeo's talking to the Godfather. Oh, y'all can hear them? Apparently they can hear y'all. I can't hear nothing. So Jean, you said it's funny. My dad was the yes sir type, and my mom was a militant. Listen, I'm definitely a militant one. Yes. So Marcus said he can hear y'all talking, TJ and Romeo. I can't hear y'all. But anyway, if y'all went and seen the movie, if you guys seen the movie already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what you thought. Romeo got a chance to interview the entire cast. It is definitely on rollingout.com. If you get a chance, go check it out and listen to what the cast had to say. Kathy, yes. Kathy said, I loved it. My big brother was a Panther. Like, in real life, girl? She said, my big brother was a Panther. It was a beautiful time for Black folks. Iris said she can't hear him. Dee said she can't hear him. Jean said she can't hear him. I don't know what y'all talking about. I mean, I don't know what they doing. I know what y'all talking about, Dee, Jean, and Iris. I don't know what they doing with Romeo. He not on yet. Anyway, let's get into some topics. I don't know if TJ is ready, but let's talk about some stuff, y'all. What's going on in the world? Y'all saw that thing, let 45 go? They acquitted him, y'all. What the hell? What the hell? I don't even want to talk about that. What else are we talking about? So what else is going on in the world today, y'all? What y'all want to talk about? Let me pull up some stuff. I'm sick of talking about Valentine's Day. But like Romeo said, what's the little girl name of her boyfriend? Winning. She had rose petals all over. Did y'all see that? Definitely pretty. Looked like they were at like an aquarium or something like that. What's today, y'all? Today is the 16th. Hold on. I'm looking for my report, y'all. Give me a second. February 9th, 10th. What else are we talking about? They still trying to get it together, y'all. Bear with us. I'm trying to get to my report so I can tell y'all about what's going on in the world. Give me a second. It's not showing up. I don't understand, y'all. Let me see. From Ashley. Give me a second. I'm trying to get it together. My stuff is just not working. From Ashley. Because y'all know producer Ashley is coming out. I mean, she coming back. I think she coming. Am I in the wrong inbox? I am. I'm like, what the heck? I'm in the wrong inbox. Here we go. It said Romeo's logged in again. Hold on, y'all. I'm still looking. So let's talk about. Here we go. So did y'all see that ABFF is coming back? So for those who don't know, ABFF is the American Black Film Festival, and they are having a comedy festival, and Kenya Barris is serving as ambassador to that. Did y'all see that? Y'all know Kenya Barris. Kenya Barris does all of the ish type of the ish franchises, so Blackish, Mixed-ish, Grownish, and then he did Black AF. I thought that was a really good show. But Blackish creator Kenya Barris will serve as the ambassador to the inaugural American Black Film Festival, the comedy festival, y'all. So this is new. This new event is a spinoff of the successful ABFF, which is the movie festival. It's typically held in Miami. I've been there a couple of times, and it is definitely an amazing experience. Hopefully they'll bring it back so that we can go in person, because the virtual just don't quite cut the real one. So anyway, this new event spinoff of ABFF will feature emerging Black and Brown comedians and comedy writers. It's a virtual 5-day event. It is streamed live, and pre-recorded content will run on ABFF's streaming service from June 2nd to the 6th. Barris was quoted as saying, "I'm thrilled to be partnering with American Black Film Festival on their very first ABFF comedy festival," and said that to be a part of something that will provide greater exposure, access, and opportunities to these comedians and comedy writers while also giving back to our community is a reason to laugh together. It was a no-brainer. He said he's honored to lend his support. So that should be funny. Jeff Friday, who is the CEO of the Black Film Festival, added, "We are proud to expand our legacy of supporting Black talent
Romeo,
in the early
can you
stages
hear me?
of their..." Y'all just gonna interrupt. Voice of God. I'm reading about Jeff Friday. Going back to Jeff's comment, so he added in the statement, "We are proud to expand our legacy of supporting Black talent in the early stages of their careers with the launch of the Comedy Festival. I'm appreciative and excited to have Kenya Barris serve as our inaugural ambassador. He is one of my favorite writers and sits amongst the most prolific content creators in the comedy arena." So did y'all also know that Kenya Barris had a hand in Coming to America too? So once you watch the credits, you'll see that Kenya Barris' name is all over that one as well. So the festival, which again is virtual, June 2nd through the 6th will consist of 4 competitions: stand-up performance, comedy web series, comedy shorts, and comedy podcasts. So submissions for the 4 categories are now open and are due no later than March 8th. So if you think you're funny, if you think you can write comedy, if you think you can do stand-up, submit it to abff.com, and we'll go from there. Submissions for the 4 categories are now open and due no later than March 8th, and participants must be over the age of 21. So you got to be over 21 and of African descent, and or identify as Latina X, and or Native American, and all of that. Go to abff.com for more information, y'all. What else we got? I'm looking forward to that one. So did you guys see that? I'm gonna go, how much time we got? 9:47. Did y'all see that Jay-Z and Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey established a $24 million Bitcoin endowment? What does that mean? We still haven't been able to rectify Romeo's connection, y'all. So I don't know what's going on there. But Jay-Z and Twitter and Square CEO Jack Dorsey have pulled their resources together and established a Bitcoin endowment. The endowment will be called B Trust and initially focus on developing the cryptocurrency in India and Africa. What y'all think that means? I could hear somebody in the background. Who was that? Is Romeo on yet? I can hear some crackling. Romeo, say something. Say something, Romeo. Okay, I don't know what the heck y'all doing. But so anyway, Jay-Z and I, this is Jack Dorsey talking, to fund Bitcoin development, initially focused on teams in Africa and India. It'll be set up as a blind, irrevocable trust, taking zero direction from them, Jack and Jay-Z. And he said, we need 3 board members to start. He posted that on Friday. Their initial investment of 500 Bitcoins is worth around $23.6 million. Romeo, I hear you.
That's crazy.
Romeo, I can hear you. Romeo, I can hear you. You there?
This doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense? What happened?
We'll talk. I have no clue, but we here. Hey.
Okay, let me finish this and then we can get into it. So according to CNN, Bitcoin is already in Dorsey's portfolio. His other company, Square, bought 4,709 Bitcoins in October 2020. That equals to 50 million at the time. How come we not making moves like this, y'all? Let's pull our resources together. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. In related news, Hov took over the airwaves once again last week with his Nipsey Hussle collaboration, What It Feels Like, off the Judas and Black Messiah soundtrack. The track features an 8-year-old but timeless verse from the late California MC, and Jay addressed what's going on in America, racism in America. So he spoke about how he became involved with the film. My relationship with Ryan Coogler, who I consider my little bro, is what brought me to the movie. And once I saw it, I was blown away by what director Shaka King brought to the table. I think I finished the song in the next day or two. So like Chairman Fred Hampton said, you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution. Every time you take one of our loved ones, their spirit and soul and ideas inhabit millions. So congratulations to them on that. Okay, Romeo.
Good move. No, you good. Good move, Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z always making good moves, my opinion. Forward moves, my opinion. Everybody else make moves for today.
Last but not least, y'all, this little thing over here is killing me. I can't wait to go to the dentist, but I don't go back to the dentist until the 25th. That's some bull crap. So I'm going to have to deal with this over here until the 25th. It keeps cutting into my tongue, and I can't really talk. So sorry, y'all, if it sound like I can't really talk. Anyway, last but not least in my report, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation announces the nominees for the 2021 induction. On that list, at the top of the list, is Mary J. Blige. All of our people, Jay-Z is on there, Shaka King is on there, Fela Kuti is on there. If y'all don't know him, go look him up. He's dope. LL is on there, Tina Turner, and Dionne Warwick. Okay. So, we can't vote for them, though, y'all. So I don't even know why they announced the nominees. We can't vote. But to be eligible for a nomination, an individual artist or a band must have released its first commercial recording at least 25 years prior to the year of nomination. 7 out of 16 of the nominees are on the ballot for the first time, including the Foo Fighters, the Go-Go's, Iron Maiden, Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, Fela Kuti, and Dionne Warwick. Shaka Khan was previously nominated both solo and with the band Rufus. And if selected, Carole King and Tina Turner will become the second and third female artists inducted twice, following Stevie Nicks' 2019 election. If the Foo Fighters are inducted, Dave Grohl will also become a twice inducted performer.
Foo Fighters. I like Foo Fighters. I'm a Foo Fighter
I
fan.
don't know that I know their music. I don't know if
You
I know
don't,
their
you don't
music.
listen to rock and roll, do you? You alternative rock? Oh, well, okay. See, you don't listen to alternative rock.
I don't.
Gotta get you some alternative rock.
You know, I am expanding my music selection though, and it begs to differ. Like, how do you find new music? You know, like, what's your source for finding new music? What do you do?
You go. I'm gonna tell you what you go. Outside of Spotify, iTunes. Go to iTunes right now, and they always list the top 100 songs that's playing in each country. You'll be surprised. Pick a random country, and you'll be surprised when you play that song. You'll be like, "Oh, this is pretty nice." Just pick a random country.
Ethiopia. About my Africa stuff. You about to do it right now? Yeah,
No,
do it right now.
see, anytime you go to iTunes, it'll always, just so everybody know, it'll always pull it up like this, right?
Okay.
All you got to do is tap. You know what? I'm gonna tap dance. I don't know who's on dance, but I'm gonna tap dance, and dance is gonna tell me, listen to Karbi Tankami, and I'm gonna listen to him, whoever he is, and who is Karbi Tankami. So
Sound high.
I don't know who this is, but I like it. That's all you got to do, man. Expand your mind, man. See, look at you. You pop starring too.
I see it's
already.
hot. It's definitely hot.
So,
yeah, so
that's how you figure it out.
How do you see who's the number one artist in Ethiopia right now? Can you look that up?
I don't think Ethiopia is on the list. I don't think they got a music there. I don't think.
Cape Town is. Look up South Africa.
Well,
I want to know if they there.
Hey man, DCL says same for me. Italy, UK, a limited amount of new music all over the globe, man. Y'all gotta get all over the globe. Everybody was asking. I know I'm 2 days behind. I am still releasing Masterpiece this February. So my iTunes playlist soundtrack, my Love Sex soundtrack Masterpiece will be released on February 28th on iTunes. So you will be able to get that.
What is it? Is it a playlist or what?
It's a mixed playlist. I took a collection of old school R&B and new school R&B and meshed it together. So there's a track with Prince and Trey Songz. There's a track with Usher and Michael Jackson.
It's like a mash. Okay.
Yeah, a smash up. The dopest one I did Chris Brown and I did Al Green. That is ridiculous.
Let's hear that now.
But no. No, I want my streaming numbers. Nope.
All right,
I want
y'all.
my streaming
Well,
numbers.
we are coming to an end. It is 9:56 on the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call with your favorite host, Portia Monique and Romeo International. And I am going to kick off positive thoughts. I forgot what I said my theme was going to be for the week. What did I say? Anyway, I went out and bought this little book. Can y'all see it? Maya Angelou. So Words of Wisdom, Pockets, Words of Wisdom from Maya Angelou. So this is one of my books for the month, but she has a lot of famous quotes in here. And I'll start off with this one for the week, and we'll stay with this for the rest of the week. It's still Black History Month, and so Words of Wisdom, Maya Angelou on self-empowerment. She says, if you don't like something, change it. Simple. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Plain and simple, y'all. Let's go. It's words of the day. Positive words of the day. Positive thoughts of the day. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. I'm passing it over to Romeo International.
Dreams do not have limits. So why are you walking around limiting yourself to what you can dream? Y'all need to get off y'all couch, man. Y'all need to get off and get off and get up. Like stop thinking small. Stop thinking small is the only option you have. Your dreams are never small, so you shouldn't think that way. And that's my positive thought of the day on February the 16th at 9:58 a.m.
Yes, y'all. Get up, get out, get something. Don't let the days of your life pass you by. You need to get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time trying to get high. We'll see y'all tomorrow. In Atlanta, stay in. Abide by somebody's rules. You know what I'm saying? Like Atlanta, them.
Atlanta ain't got no rules. Like y'all know the rules.
If you can't change it, change your attitude. Stop walking around with a piece of ass attitude all the time. Take care, y'all. We love y'all. Oh. You okay? She said she fell. Go get up. Let us know that you alright.
They also trying to type in I am Denise.
Okay, you alright? Okay. You got some help over there? You need us to call somebody?
Y'all are hilarious. Good morning to you.
I might have to take them a nap. I took some of my little medicine because my doggone mouth hurt. I know I'm going to stop drinking, but I can't talk. Terrible. And my mouth is still blue.
Gene said old people.
You good, Gene? Thank you. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow. We got a packed day tomorrow, y'all. Peace. Every day, learning and slanging. Peace. Okay, y'all.